Concealer placement is one of those things that in recent TikTok times has taken a life form of its own. Okay, there is the 3D concealer placement, the dash dash concealer placement, dot 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 concealer placement. I want to go through a few of these concealer placements. We're gonna blend it out and then we're gonna see how it actually makes the face look. My name is Ohemaa. Welcome. But if you are a returning subscriber, hey. My face has been feeling a little bit dry today, so I'm gonna go in with the Holy Hydration Face Cream with Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is e.l.f. Skin. It has a hyaluronic acid and peptides in here. My skin looks so much better now. Do you see a difference? I definitely see a difference. My skin, it feels so much better too. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but there used to be a way to do your concealer on your under eyes where you draw a triangle. I've never tried it, but it was very popular and a lot of people still use it. First, we're going to start out with a triangle concealer method. We're going to see if it works. We're going to do that triangle method. You just draw a triangle on your under eyes. And right now I'm using a concealer I normally never would use because, in my opinion, this is too bright for my skin tone, especially when I'm not wearing any foundation. I'm also going to let it sit for just a smidge before we blend it in. Letting your concealer sit helps the concealer stay exactly where you want it to be. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it in. I always encourage you to look up when you're blending your concealer because it helps you smooth your under eyes. That way, even if you have under eye lines, you can blend it in and still will not be able to see the lines. Okay, so this is the triangle method blended out. Personally, I don't see a problem with this. It still highlights my under eyes. It doesn't come out too far to give that lifted look, but you get that lifted look anyway. It highlights the sides of my nose where most people will put concealer to help them with their nose contour. It highlights this triangle on your face right here, which is the goal of applying concealer to your face when you're doing your makeup. I see no problems with the triangle method, especially when I feel like it's doing the exact same thing that any other method would do. Does this look bad to you? Is this as bad as people are making it out to be? And would you try this method? Let me know down below in the comments. Just put triangle method. So I'm going to be using the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer. We're using the shade 59N. I'm going to call this the Nike method because it kind of gives me that. Apply a lot of concealer in that triangle area and just wing it out a little bit more. We're going to let this sit for a smidge and then we're going to blend that out as well. So this is a blended out. The thing that I noticed when it comes to this method of concealer placement is exactly this line right here, because I feel like there was this trend, or there is this trend of the brighter the under eye, the better. And people just are not taking the time to blend out their concealer. It drives me insane. Like what I do and what I actually teach on here is that if you use this kind of method, which is how I apply my concealer, if you use this method, go ahead and just feather out the edges of this. That way it's blended out nicely. Unless you have eyeshadow on and you're trying to keep the lines clean, go ahead and just blend it onto your eye as well. Also, don't forget to blend the bottom part of your concealer out because you don't want a line down here either. This is how I do my concealer. This one is contained. It doesn't go past my eye, so it doesn't make this part of my face look wider, right? This style of concealer placement and blending, because the blending also matters, has made my face look wider. It's highlighted from my nose all the way up to my hairline, which is not bad because it also helps highlight my cheekbone, which is not bad. But if you're somebody like me who already has a very wide face, I don't think that highlighting the wideness of my face is ideal. It's all personal preference. If you're somebody who doesn't like that wider look up here, don't do this because this will definitely make your face look wider. On my face right now, as it stands, if you asked me to choose between the triangle and the Nike method, which one do you think I would choose? Let me know down below before I tell you which. Pause it, go let me know. Drum roll, drum roll. I like the triangle method. I've never tried it because when I started doing makeup, there was a ton of videos. Don't do this. It makes your face look older and frumpier and da 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 da. But I actually like this because I can blend it to where it makes my face look lifted, but it doesn't place too much concealer on the outer parts of my face so where it just looks like my face just goes on and on and on and on and on forever. I like this method. It's surprising. This is just telling me don't judge a technique by just looking at it. Blend it out on your face and see how it looks like on your skin, your face shape, and all of that before you say, I don't want to try this. That's why I don't like makeup do's and don'ts videos, because it just automatically switches you off to a method that probably would have worked for you, but you never tried because somebody said, don't do this, it's not good. So definitely be curious. It's makeup, it washes off. When I saw this method, I had to try it. This is purely a TikTok trend, and I'm still using the same concealer with the shade. It's a bit interesting. Okay, I've seen a lot of people do it, and I don't know if I've noticed any difference, but it goes like that, and it comes down around the nose, around the lips, down the chin. This is like an all-encompassing concealer application. And then you're supposed to draw the line going under your cheekbone. This one is very interesting to me. I think I'm gonna blend these guys out first before we blend out the under eye, okay? I don't know who originated this. This concealer is too bright, and I don't think it's gonna do the job that I want it to do. Just so we're not biased against the actual method, I'm gonna use a more appropriate concealer shade. We're gonna let it sit for a second, and then we're gonna blend it in. Imagine my natural skin tone is my foundation, okay? And I was trying to highlight certain parts of my face and diminish other parts of my face. With this type of concealer placement and blending, it literally takes over my whole face. And if I place my contour over it, what else is left? Since that triangle, all I know is this is not where it's at least for me, in my opinion. The moderate way that is done so that it helps you highlight your cheekbone is to apply a little bit of concealer right here, just like this. That way, when you blend it in, it can help you highlight your cheekbone without it having to go from your hairline all the way to your lip. And another way to highlight your cheekbone is to take the powder and use it to reverse contour your face. This is essentially the reverse contour at work, but amped up. Okay, now this is the latest trend going around TikTok. I really want to try it just to see what I can see. It looks like it goes from her eye down, dry it down a bit, and then let's blend it. Looks like she pats it in from the middle of her face all the way up to her hairline. She never showed whether or not she blended this one all the way under her eyes. If she didn't, then I have a gap of unconcealed space, not a good look. So what I'm gonna do is blend over that gap. It's giving me the same method as my Nike method. It's not giving any different kind of a blend. Out of the 4 that I've tried today, the only 2 that I feel are completely different are the almost 3D drawing concealer look and the triangle look. Because that being said, makeup is makeup. Remember that I wash this off. It should be fun. It should be experimental. And in my opinion, I don't think there's one perfect specific way of doing makeup that fits everybody. Take any advice you're getting with a grain of salt. Try out the technique on yourself, see what it looks like, and decide whether or not you're going to start doing it. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!